Hello, everyone. Meghan leaves Princess Catherine stunned with this news. I guess it was because the woman's shamelessness had gone too far, causing Princess Catherine to exclaim that such a person existed in this world. In fact, not only Princess Catherine, but everyone in the world was secretly disgusted with this woman. It would appear that somebody has been dishonest about this specific publication, which some people could consider to be epic. It has been 5 years since this event. Can you believe it? Yes, you read that correctly. Forces for Change, the magazine article guest editor, which, of course, was headlined by Meghan Markle. The episode was a comical, real kind of episode when you think about it. Because, well, let's be honest, she had never guest edited anything before. And really, this was all the concept behind the editor at the time, Edward Ennifer. He reasoned that if we were to get in touch with her, we might be able to increase the number of sales. It has been hailed as one of the issues of the magazine that has sold the most copies in the shortest amount of time, and reportedly in the past 10 years. To tell you the truth, Vogue is freely distributed in those corporate lounges and on those magazine racks that are free of charge. As a result, one can get the suspicion that they are mixing sales with prizes that are absolutely free. On the other hand, here is when things start to get a little bit more dangerous. What I'm trying to convey is that this was a significant force of change and all of that kind of thing. To begin, the fact that somebody is not truly being particularly truthful is something that fascinates me about this situation. In the universe of Meghan Markle, there is, of course, no store within that realm, as one might think. It is never difficult to tell the truth. However, during the time that Meghan served as the guest editor, they produced a film in which, among other things, we spent a lot of time talking and drinking green tea. In any case, it turned out that Meghan was able to place individuals on the front cover that she had been wishing she could have. Those individuals that she believed would have a significant impact on her situation. And when you think about it, and I brought this to your attention, the person who I would say was the most influential person at the time, literally in the globe, with a huge experience of meeting people and just plain old sage wisdom, would that be, of course, the late Queen Elizabeth So? Although I am not a fashionista, who really cares about that label? The woman has lived and has a narrative to tell about her life. When you think about it, it is wonderful. But it does not appear to be good enough to emerge. Now, according to a very well-placed insider who no longer works for Vogue, but was there at the time, it was proposed to Meghan that Catherine, the Princess of Wales, would be a terrific addition. Of course, the Duchess of Cambridge would not have been included at that time. Moreover, it would appear that this communication did be carried out, and Catherine made a very kind and very astute suggestion, which was that she would want to thank you for the offer. But of course, that ought to be given to the Queen. A hush seemed to have descended upon the room. There was, in fact, a complete lack of response from Meghan. Therefore, it is possible that she believed that by doing that and incorporating Catherine, she would be able to establish some type of relationship. Moreover, we are obligated to mention that, apparently, on the other hand, the fact of the matter was that there was no additional discussion about it. In addition, the source claims that Catherine was only aware of the fact that she and the Queen were not featured in the publication by that point. Because of the book, we now have a complete understanding of the events that transpired and the complications that arose behind the scenes, especially those that Meghan did not enjoy. And, as is always the case, nothing appears without a fight. I especially want to ask, who do you like more between Catherine and the Queen? Just a fun poll. Vote number 1 is Catherine, number 2 is the Queen, and number 3 is love. Both can't choose. Nevertheless, it is true that there was never going to be a chance, and it appears that Meghan was the sole reason why the Queen was not featured in the picture. As of right now, the only other person who might corroborate this would be Edward Ennifer, who was the editor at the time and is currently working at Vogue in some capacity as an editor at large. Now, the only person that could challenge this, of course, or set the record right, is now the editor at large at Vogue, who's now, of course, being evicted from the throne as the editor and some sort of, roaming editor, whatever you want to call him. He would be aware of the truth, but in reality, he has never stepped out and provided evidence to support that narrative. With that being said, she is really eager to be photographed among all of the older royals. In either case, this entire affair, which might be described as, shall we say, unpleasant, is cloaked in obscurity even more than before. Yes, old Meghan is indeed insanely jealous of our beautiful Princess of Wales. Make no mistake about that. Old Meghan could never be compared to the Princess of Wales. It's like comparing Buckingham Palace to a bordello in Los Angeles. Catherine, Princess of Wales, should get a restraining order against Harry and his wife. In my opinion, they are wacko and dangerous. Certainly, the Queen and Princess Catherine would have overshadowed Meghan. She couldn't stand that. I cannot stress enough how we love Princess Catherine, the next queen. Queen Elizabeth II taught Princess Catherine to be a lady and a queen. Besides, I think Princess Catherine also learned to be a lady from her parents. She learned to be a royal from the Queen and Prince William. Her parents gave her a wonderful upbringing. The royal family helped enhance her upbringing and gave her the title of Duchess. Princess Catherine has used her own many lovely qualities to demonstrate how royal she has become. Not a royal of so much privilege who lords it over others, but demonstrates kindness and caring to those she meets. Unlike the Duchess of Sussex, Catherine, Princess of Wales, continues to prove William, Prince of Wales, made the absolute best choice when he chose her to be his loving bride. Maybe everyone already knows, but I want to repeat, Catherine is actually her name. Kate was a tabloid nickname, and sometimes others cut the name Catherine short to Kath or Kate Egg at school, but her name is Catherine. People say Meghan, but that is not her name. It is Rachel. Meghan is actually her middle name, but she uses and prefers Meghan because she doesn't like her first name. Yet we respect that and use it. It seems so difficult for others, however, to use the Princess of Wales' real name, Catherine. Bizarre. How noble of Princess Catherine to suggest the late Majesty the Queen. That's what I call class. As usual, Meghan is thrashed and jealous of everybody. Meghan should have a good look at herself in the mirror. She has a magic mirror and looks great in it. I really do not like those toxic, nasty, vindictive, brainless, uncaring liars. Obviously, Catherine's feelings and respect for the Queen far outweighed whatever feelings Meghan might have for Her Majesty. Yes, Meghan was jealous, thought herself smarter than the Queen, and had a condescending attitude in her regard. The Queen was trained as a motor mechanic in World War II. She headed a multicultural, multinational commonwealth, and not only kept it together, but increased its size due to her manner and sageness. She'd met more prime ministers and presidents than any other person during her reign. Yep, Elizabeth was the quintessential feminist, and Meghan hated her for it. Old Meghan, in my opinion, thought about the late Queen as an old woman, not interested in her eyes. 2 words, the curtsy. Only at the funeral, old Meghan realizes how people all over the world admire the late Queen and show their respect, because it's a principality, and how long our beloved late Queen Elizabeth reigned. If you didn't know it, you are a very ignorant person. Very regrettable the Princess of Wales should have to endure illness and ridicule. The blessing of the illness is she has been removed from the major profiling of Marco and Henry. Princess Catherine is the next Queen of England, and she will carry out her duties as the lady. At least the family has protected her from the horrible duo and their lies. When is Meghan going to get it that Princess Catherine doesn't want anything to do with her? Our beloved monarch, Queen Elizabeth Vicky, should have been on that cover of Vogue. She was, is, and will forever be the most intelligent, respected, admired, and well-traveled woman of her time. The late gracious Queen would have been the perfect addition. A real independent woman of power, with grace, class, and dignity. Meghan never seems to get it right. Oh, you know which version we believe. Princess Catherine is not and never has been a liar. As opposed to some others, Queen Elizabeth most certainly should have been included. Talk about a brilliant lady who had truly experienced so much. This action of exclusion tells all of us everything we need to know about Meghan. Certainly, Meghan stalked Edward to be guest editor of Vogue in the first place, and I don't believe she would have suggested Catherine for anything to do with her big moment. No doubt it was suggested to her, and she would never have agreed to it. Catherine would outshine her, and Meghan would never have that. It doesn't matter, because Catherine will always outshine the evil entity, because she is a genuinely lovely person who doesn't seek the limelight. This horrible woman Meghan shouldn't have ever been in close contact with the Queen and Princess Catherine. The Queen and Princess Catherine are 2 women who love and serve the people, while on the other hand, you had Meghan who only wanted to serve herself. Charles needs to take the first step and remove Harry and Meghan from the royal website. The country is going through enough, and the people don't need to be reminded that 2 slanders and liars of the country are included in the royal website every time the website is viewed. The flowers are beautiful, while Meghan has lost her luster, especially in Britain. She uses everyone she meets, and the Vogue issue was another debacle. Good for Catherine. How about you? Do you love Princess Catherine and the Queen like me? Please share more with me. I will read your shares in the comments. Thank you everyone for watching my video. Especially, don't forget to support me by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Goodbye and see you.